I wonder why I chose this in the first place. Andros doesn't take handouts from me. He's afraid of a curse.
Do you like it?
Well, it's so-so.
Well, Géron?
I want to swap my prize once again.
Of course. What is it you want?
Give me the plum spirit.
Here you go. If you'd rather have something else, you can come and exchange it later.
It's an easy life if you don't mind living in the muck. It's an easy life if you don't mind living in the muck. You stink. You liked that, didn't you? I like you much better this way.
Look at the bird catcher. Poor boy doesn't get enough food.
Yeah, that's funny. But here's the oak leaf. I've got all four. I should hurry to the Chamberlain. I've got all four oak leaves.
What? You? Show them to me. Yes, indeed.
Now the dire bunch can see who were the fools all along.
Not so fast. There's one more task ahead of you.
But I've collected all four leaves.
Take this town pennant here and hoist it in front of the castle walls.
Oh my. Now that reeks of harassment.
It's meant to be a tribute to the town and your king. You are supposed to show your pride in being a subject of the King of Andergast.
Piece of cake.
Don't mess with that thing, bird catcher. You again?
What's the pennant for again?
You're supposed to hoist it. It's a tribute to the town and your king.
Oh yes, child's play. I'll be back.
Why are you loitering here, birdcatcher? You have no business in the castle. Show that to the Chamberlain, not me.
What's the pennant for again?
You're supposed to hoist it. It's a tribute to the town and your king.
Oh yes, child's play. That has to go on the crossbar.
Don't mess with that thing, bird catcher.
All I have to do now is hoist it.
Don't touch that.
I see that the town's pennant isn't hoisted today. The crank for hoisting the pennant. Listen. I have to run. My rivals aren't sleeping. See that? I'm winning.
Nah, you are the most expert trapper in Andergast. Why can't that just be enough for you?
I'm going to succeed. You'll see. It's just that a few things aren't going the way they should at the moment, that's all. I'm going to operate a real catapult sometime. Peace with Nostria can only last for so long. It can't launch anymore. The string has rotted away. That has to go on the crossbar.
The birdcatcher has succeeded. That's not a good omen.
You have achieved victory in the Oak Leaf Challenge.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honors, you will be allowed to appear before your king today. But someone of your ilk will not be admitted into the presence of the king, just like that. So listen to me carefully.
Whatever you say, Master Chamberlain.
Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies.
First rule, you're only to talk if you are spoken to first. Do not ever interrupt the king, or me for that matter, and don't approach the throne closer than 7 paces.
Yes, sir.
You can count to 7, right?
7 is the number that comes after 6.
You will address the king as Your Royal Highness, or Your Majesty.
Your Royal Highness. Got it?
Don't cause me any embarrassment. One slip, and you'll have spent your final day in Andergast. All right, let's get this thing over with.
Newcastle, report.
The young Queen of Nostria will spend some memorable days here in Andergast, Your Majesty.
Have the guards been clothed properly from the armory? And has the messenger with a welcome note finally been sent?
Not only that, my liege. The finest pastries have arrived from Albernian shores. They taste delicious. And we finally managed to cast the role of the rogue Morgul for the soirée. Old Buckledorn will play the part.
An interesting choice. He shall not frighten the Queen too much, though.
As you wish, my liege.
Who is that young lad over there? Is he a carny, too?
Your Majesty, a victor has been named in the minor challenge of the oak leaf for the common folk. It is young Géron from the Tannerhood.
Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of Ranger Gwynling.
Is that so?
It's true, Your Majesty.
Old Gwynling. Without him, we'd probably still be fearing the seer to this day.
Your Majesty, don't forget that...
He paid his dues. Be that as it may. I hereby proclaim you winner of the Oak Leaf Challenge, Géron.
Thus spoken and sealed in the 1889th year of independence.
May you make Andergast proud, my boy.
You may thank the king and rise now.
I thank you for this honor, Your Majesty.
Your audience is over now.
Wait. Say, didn't you learn the trade of the hunt from Gwynling, Géron?
He taught me one or two things, all right, but I'm still at the beginning of my career.
Each journey starts with the first step. Say, Sir Newcastle, have the attempts to rid the royal guest chambers of those nasty crows been successful yet?
Your Majesty, we're doing all we can.
But?
They're proving themselves quite obstinate, my liege. Nasty little buggers indeed, those crows.
I've been hearing that for days now.
The servants are doing the best they can.
Not good enough, it seems. It would constitute an insult to the Queen of Nostria. Géron, do you think you can deal with crows?
They're just birds like every other kind. You bait them, scoop them, grab hold of them.
Well, that's good news. I hereby charge you with the mission of ridding the royal guest chamber of all crows.
But Your Majesty...
The whole court is terribly busy, Newcastle. I'm sure you can use a helping hand.
Of course, my liege. I'm just saying... Well, you know what people say about him.
I'm not inclined to bother with the superstitions of the plebs. It is concluded. Take the man-child to the ravaged chambers at once.
Very well, my liege.
Fulfill your charge well, Géron, and we'll meet again. The fate of Andergast lies in your hands.
I will not disappoint you, my king.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young man. I hope you won't cause us any more bad luck.
I'll do my best.
The crows have been at it in here since yesterday. You can see for yourself what damage they've done. In just a few days, the Queen of Nostria will arrive. These are the only appropriate chambers for a guest of that importance.
This must have been a nice room once.
Spare your cheeky comments. You better start catching those crows. And I said catch, not kill. King Ephedon's wife doesn't want any bad omens, you hear?
Got it. I'll think of something.
And don't let your fingers get sticky.
Perhaps Gwynling is right. Something's wrong with those crows. What on earth makes them destroy everything in here? Useless pageantry. Who needs so many candles burning at the same time anyway? Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit. Rumour has it there are secret passages throughout the castle. I'll find out if this is one of them eventually. But first I'll deal with the crows. It must be worth a fortune. Softer than my bed. Softer than my bed. What a massive fireplace. This is bound to batter someone to death, loose as it is. Not suitable bait. A bird catcher needs two things, a proper trap and the right bait.
What was that?
Nothing. Everything's fine. The mount is all bent. The king must have plenty of servants who can fix this. I've caught the first bugger. Regrettably, that was the only bait I had. That's a good idea, but I'll have to set up the net somewhere. I should hang the stag back up first. I'll hang the net between the antlers, but where do I fasten it on the lower end? I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it. Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window. I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it. Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window. This could be easy, if only the birds couldn't fly away. I'll hang the net between the antlers, but where do I fasten it on the lower end? It isn't going to work this way. This will yield nothing. Nonsense. I'd rather not. I doubt that me playing the flute will attract anything. Six arms. Not a bad place to put up my net, but what use is it to me right here? I can't reach it. Not bad at all. The crows fly into the net, the stag falls down, and the little buggers are trapped. Now I need some bait.
You spell doom.
Just as I thought.
What? Where am I? The execution. The seer.
Silence! No bad omens. And to think I put in a good word to the king for you.
What happened?
I know what will happen. You'll catch those crows by the hour of 6 this evening, or you'll be put in the pillory.
The crows. Right. I don't suppose this was successful.
The sand in your hourglass is wasting away, birdcatcher. It will run out at the hour of 6 this evening.
This dream, it... Pull yourself together, Géron, and start to deal with those crows already. The king trusts me. I can't let him down. Perhaps Gwynling found something that can help me while he was dissecting the bird.
Géron, you turned up at the right time.
He sure seems to have gone through a mood change. That can't be good.
You'll have to catch a fairy for me, as quickly as possible.
A fairy? What's gotten into you?
We don't have much time. Help me.
What do you need a fairy for? Is she supposed to drive away the crows for you?
I may be wrong, but perhaps the seer is back.
Again with this horror story. You're not making any sense. You'd better help me expel the crows from the royal guest chambers.
Later. For now, just do what I tell you.
How do you know so much about the seer?
It was I who led all those heroes to him, to his hideout in the stone oak forest.
You were part of the hero's quest?
Hunters and scouts. We caught him, and then we burnt him.
And now a knight and a magician are dead.
Just trust me, and all will be fine.
How could the seer possibly be back? He's dead, isn't he?
We all watched him die, but now not only the crows have returned.
But the magpies too?
Murders, Géron, where none should occur. First Knight Ulderich, now Magister Dorata. They were the ones who put the seer at the stake. Who knows what else will happen?
What's a fairy got to do with the seer?
Not a fairy, the fairy. You have to catch her before someone else does.
What does the seer want with the fairy?
Only she can unleash the power of the magic harp. No man, not even the seer, can play it without dying. By the gods. If he's back, everything will start all over.
You aren't making any sense to me, old man. What powers does the harp hold?
Nobody knows. But it is said that when the harp sounds, Andergast will perish. That's why you have to catch the fairy. She is the key.
Tell me more about that magic harp.
I don't know. It is said to be from the realm of the fairies.
Is this the one in the drawing?
This is what she might look like. Who can be sure?
What did the seer want with the harp?
He longed for her because she was the gateway to his power. Or that's what he thought, anyway.
Why haven't you told me all this before?
Now is not the time.
Well, obviously, it never was the time. How did you catch that crow over there?
A certain attractant, but it needs water that's been touched by fairy magic.
So I would have to go where the fairy lives anyway.
That's right.
If I catch the fairy, will you help me with the king's crows?
Promise. But would you please hurry now?
You don't have to tell me that. And with this fairy water, I'll be able to catch my crows?
Yes. All the other ingredients are easy to find.
Splendid! The king will be amazed. All right. How do I catch a fairy?
The fairy lives in a hidden place in the stone oak forest, near an old but sealed fairy portal. Look about 2 midden miles north of the old finger, where the oneberries grow. If you hear the great waterfall, you're in the right place.
Oh, I'll find that place all right.
Try to lure the fairy out of her hollow by playing your flute. She's nosy, but also very shy.
And then I'll catch her with a cage.
Fairies can be deceiving. Don't let her put a spell on you.
Not to worry. If she's got wings, I'll catch her. I'm on my way now.
You mustn't fail.
Gwynling rummaged through the whole room yesterday to find this drawing.
Why are you still here? Bring me the fairy.
Is the cage fixed yet?
Yes, and take better care of it next time. I told you to keep your hands off that. You'll probably just break it.
What's brewing this time?
A remedy for those damn crows. But without fairy magic, it won't be of any use.
How do you know?
How does the wolf know how to hunt?
Géron, I heard you won the challenge. What was your prize?
I have to catch some crows for the king.
I say, as a bird catcher, that must be a breeze for you.
Yeah, sure. That's why I have to run. The king doesn't like to wait.
Whatever you say, Géron. See you. Hands off.
Ah, the bird catcher. I was about to take a break, but I'll play a little tune in honor of your victory.
Yeah, play something that drives away the crows.
How do you mean?
Nothing. I have to run. Have things to do.
Too bad. Well, I'll play something anyway.
G'day, blacksmith.
Sod off, bird catcher.
I won the challenge.
I guess that spells doom for the whole town.
Nonsense.
So, have you been knighted?
No. Keep on forging.
Oh, shut up.
It's an easy life if you don't mind living in the muck. Very well then. Hello there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
Nothing. You're doing all right. Just keep practicing. I'm not even here. You're all alone in the woods and nobody's here to judge you. Not even me. See how I'm gone?
That must be her. Stop! Wait! I've got a beautiful melody for you. Listen to this.
Just keep on playing.
Will you come out of there?
Who?
Why, you, of course.
Who, me? Have you forgotten you're all alone?
I'm not alone. You are here.
And who else?
Nobody?
Aha! If you were a friend of the forest, they'd all be here. The moss hogs and the hazel ferrets. The pebble crane would even rain on you from the skies to honor you. And the wood foxes would build a magnificent bonfire and everyone would dance.
What?
But as you are not a friend of the forest, everyone just stayed at home.
If I were a friend of the forest, would you come out then?
Yes, in that case we'd have something to talk about. We'd have to stand in awkward silence otherwise.
And in order to be a friend of the forest, I'd have to...
Have friends, that's right. Resin rats, for example. Or paper finches.
And where would I find those?
If you don't have any friends, you'll have to make them up.
What on earth has Gwynling foisted upon me? So I'm supposed to just make up a friend?
A forest friend, that's right. He'd have to be made from the forest. Friends of forest friends are my friends too.
I'll be back in a minute.
Help yourself. I have plenty of those.
What's hidden in the foliage there? Guess I'll have to dig in the foliage then. Ow! No fairy, just a hedgehog. A snail should be the right treat for you. He seems to like it, but he's too scared. Very well. Perhaps Gwynling will settle for a hedgehog in case I can't catch the fairy.
Serves you right, spiky guy. You shouldn't always sting our guests. No wonder no one ever comes to visit us.
That has to be a Thuranian hedgehog. There's no kind that has longer spikes.
Just keep on playing.